Here's a good use of my time. I'm going to unplug the trailer. Then I'm going to replace this. Once I put in the 50 amp, I have this. Plug this in. Then I have this outlet. Then into that, I plug this in. And I have this outlet. And I should be pulling plenty of amps to be able to plug in whatever I want. In the meantime, I know that these wires are live. Let me get everything together, and this should be a real quick and easy repair. Good use of my time for this morning. I got the outlet, got the box, and got the cover. As you see, I already have the box. This is where I'm rather mad at myself because, not sure if you saw, when I was unscrewing it, I just let the screws fall down, and so now I needed to buy another box with the screws. It really wasn't a big expense, but it's just these nickels and dimes that bleed you over time. There was a guy I knew, and I'm telling you this is a true story. It's a true story. I remember a dude. He just kept on saying, he was like, I got my settlement coming. I kept my settlement coming. I'm going to get my settlement. He was in a bad car wreck, and it completely messed up his legs, right? But he kept that, and he was always in pain. He could walk and stuff. He didn't look like he was crippled or anything. It was just constant pain. And he was entitled to a lot of money, and eventually he got it. He got it. He got $1 million, right? $1 million. And what he did was that he wanted to be a respectable studio, all right? And so he was buying equipment to get his studio up and running, all right? And he had to pay his lawyers, so now he only had like 600,000, you know. You get the idea, like 2/3 of $1 million, all right, because the lawyer took 1/3. So what he did was that he wanted to get the studio, and he fell into the lifestyle. And what he would do is he would have McDonald's and Red Bull all the time. You know, he'd always, when he was running around doing this, running around doing that, he'd stop and he'd get himself McDonald's and Red Bull. And eventually he saw his money depleting. And he's like, what's going on with my money? You know, the math isn't mathing. So he hired a buddy of mine to look over his finances. He kept the receipts on everything. I'll give him credit. He would go to McDonald's, he'd ask for a receipt. He'd stop by the gas station, he'd ask for a receipt. And he kept it all in a box. And he gave it to my buddy. And he was like, look over everything, tell me where my money's going. And my buddy sat there and looked over everything and told him, what's effing killing you is this McDonald's and Red Bull every day, like every meal. This day you stopped off and grabbed McDonald's and Red Bulls 5 times that day. This is adding up. It's adding up like really significantly amount. And my buddy didn't want to hear it. He's like, it's just McDonald's, it's just Red Bull. And he literally like fired my buddy. He accused him of stealing. He said, you're trying to steal from me, and he fired him. And the whole time he was like, my buddy was telling him, look, man, it's these little things that are killing you. And right now you are eating, I see 2, burger wrappers in the garbage, and you're drinking a Red Bull. That was like another $10 right there, man. And how many times are you going to do that today? It was killing him, and he didn't want to hear it. So I'm telling you, I hate these little stupid things. Like I lose a couple screws. Now I have to buy a whole box just to get the right screws, because I don't know what I'm going off of. It's only like $3 or $4, but that stuff adds up, man. It adds up significantly when you add it all up together. Like $1 million is really like 100 million pennies. It's true. It's wild, but let me get going on this. Let me handle this. There it is, unplugged. If you guys didn't know, I had to put this whole thing together, wire it in this mess. Oh my goodness, look at that. I didn't know what the heck I was doing, man, and I got it all done. I did it. I had to replace the wire and everything. That's why it looks so unprofessional. Yeah, that was something. Well, there is no real good way to set up this phone so that I can record and take videos. But you see this? This is what's frustrating. Where does what go what? But here's the thing. The wires are coded, right? They're color coded. And on new On these new outlets, the screws are color-coded, which is fantastic. Obviously, the green, the white, and then hot, hot. And I was told by an electrician on the job site, it really doesn't matter. As long as they're both hot, hot, it doesn't matter which goes which. Not generally, he said. Well, okay. But either way, that's definitely green and that's definitely white. Unfortunately, there is no good way for me to set up the camera. I tried so that I could show you guys. There's just really not a very good way. I'm just going to have to tell you. I'm going to unscrew these, put these wires in the right location, screw them in here, and then that's that. And then I'm going to install it. And I got to install it this way with this up. And I should be able to do it. All right? So, yeah, looks like I got it all right. Green to green, black and red to the brass ones, the white to the silver screw. Well, it's there. I'll show you. There. And then I need to twist this in such a way so that the third prong is up. That'll work, I believe. It makes me nervous to have to put that much force into it, but let's see if I can get this cover plate on. Not bad, right? Looks almost professional. Now it's time to get these corners screwed in. Not bad, not bad. It's not exactly rocket science, but for a guy like me who's never done this before, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Let's get it plugged in, then plug in the Jayco, then make sure that we have a current. All right, plugged in with the 50 amp, plugged in with the 30 amp. Now we got the 20. Now, let's see if it works. In case you can't see it, the light is on. We are active, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I literally got that whole thing done in less than half an hour. So I'm very pleased with myself considering I've never done this before. I just did a lot of YouTube video watching, talked to some people who knew, and man, I got it done. I mean, and it's wild because I changed that whole like power box, but I've never actually changed like the outlet. It's weird. I have selected knowledge on very specific things. You know, but it is what it is, man. But I'm real happy with myself. Now I can plug in whatever I want in there, and it's going to be another active plug. Now I kind of want to run around my, my mobile home and check some more outlets. You know, change some more stuff around. Get some more outlets replaced. Because I think there's a couple outlets in my mobile home that don't work so well. I don't know. When I bought the mobile home, I bought it for $3,000. The electricity was fantastic. It was the plumbing that was all disaster. It's like, whoever did the plumbing there, oh my goodness. But the electricity, I mean, every ceiling fan worked, every outlet worked, every light bulb worked. It's like, holy smokes. At least in the interior. But yeah. All right. This is a short little video for you, you know. And press like, comment, subscribe. Baby steps to the top, brothers and sisters.